Witness the stunning spectacle that actually makes you believe you are walking with dinosaurs at a monumental show 65 million years in the making. And confront your worst fears when the Natural History Museum reveals the myths and truths about arachnids at the popular Spider Pavilion on this edition of Out and About.
There isn't a kid on Earth, I don't think, that isn't interested in dinosaurs. So between when the house opens and the audience comes in and the lights go down to start, there's this sense of excitement and this energy that you can feel. It's kind of like going to the circus or something, waiting for the circus to start. But then once once you get into the show and the first dinosaur comes out, it just oohs and ahs, and they're absolutely dumbstruck with how amazing it is to see a dinosaur. And you can see how they work. You know, we can't totally hide that, but it doesn't seem to matter because they're so lifelike. They take on a personality of their own. And you focus on that character, the character of the dinosaur, whether it's the raptors or big T-Rex, Mama T-Rex, or the Brachiosaurus. They all just, you're swept away in the realism.
The ear-piercing roar of the largest creatures that ever walked the earth could be heard coming from a popular arena that normally features pop stars and sporting events. The arena spectacular Walking with Dinosaurs winds up its record-breaking 3-year tour featuring the gigantic beasts that have captivated audiences across North America.
We're at the beautiful Honda Center Arena here in Anaheim, California. This is our second trip here, actually. We were here about 2 years ago.
When I was a little boy, we didn't have things like this. What a terrific way to educate our children.
It is. We have some pretty expensive toys here that help educate them. The nice thing about this show is that we have made it as authentic as possible. When the BBC gave the rights to our producers to take their mini-series and turn it into a live theatrical event, then they said we had to stay very true to the facts and to the script. So I know the producers actually hired real paleontologists to help them cut that script down and to help them put all the correct information. And we pride ourselves on being very historically correct. So it's an educational event, which we say is for kids from 3 through 93, because adults do love it as much as the children do.
Life-size creatures come alive thanks to a unique blend of state-of-the-art animatronics and puppetry.
So inside of the dinosaur, we have a few controls that I'm responsible for watching and making sure that the dinosaur is actually behaving correctly. Down here at my feet, I have some pedals, and they control my left and my right movement. Inside of the dinosaur, I have a throttle, which controls my forward and my backwards movement, and also my speed. The further I push it forward, the faster I'll go, likewise in reverse. I also have a brake here that I can manually pull to brake. This is our control unit. It'll control turning the dinosaur on and off switch, and also turning on our hydraulic pumps and turning on the character of the dinosaur. So I'm responsible for making sure that all those buttons are on at the right time and that the dinosaur is functioning properly on the stage. It takes quite a while, actually, to get used to maneuvering the dinos on stage because, as you can see, they are big creatures, and we have some small spaces to move on stage. So getting a sense of where you're moving and how much room you have to move in takes a little bit.
There are two of us that operate the stegosaur. Raymond is our lead voodoo on stegosaur, voodoo puppeteer. He operates this mechanism called a voodoo rig, strangely enough. And as you can see, as he operates the arm there, it operates the stegosaur's neck. He also can twist the head side to side by moving the handle on the end of the voodoo rig. And this larger part here controls the stegosaur's body. As he turns it side to side, it'll move the body side to side, up and down is up and down. And then the handle he's gripping with his right hand moves the stegosaur's tail. And so by moving this entire rig all at once, he can move the entire body of the stegosaur, make it look very lifelike. We also have a driver inside of the stegosaur, Christine, and she can move forward, backward, turn, side to side, and as she moves the stegosaur, the walk cycle takes place, which actually moves the legs and makes it look like it's stepping and walking on stage. My job is the auxiliary, and as that, I operate this joystick here, which operates the eyes. So I have eye blinks, eyes side to side, which gives it a lot of life. And then I open and close the mouth with the joystick. And then these keys here are all the sounds of the stegosaur. Make it grunt. And then when it gets really agitated,
It's a very state-of-the-art technology that we use. It is an animatronic, but a very sophisticated method. And it's never been done until this show was put together. And what was developed is a system that makes these dinosaurs move and sound as though you were actually seeing the real thing. We have people who control the body movement, the walk cycle, the sounds that come out of them, the eyes blinking, the head moving, the tail wagging, all of that stuff is all done through our puppeteers.
Yeah, I did see some sort of a little control center where I guess all that happened.
Yeah, it's that's the hub of our show. That's where it's all happening right there. We have sound and lighting over there, and we have 7 of our puppeteers who are operating this equipment that sends signals to the dinosaurs as to when to move, when to talk, when to move, all of that.
Part of the success of the show can be attributed to the talents of the many suit performers whose moves bring real character and emotion to the dinosaurs.
Well, here we have 2 of our Utah Raptors. We have Alpha and Ralph. It's a very vigorous physical experience. You actually do wear the suit. It's like a frame pack. There's a large waist strap and backpack straps that go over it, and you're completely responsible for all of the functions. You have a large control rod which extends down through the head and the neck, and you use that to control the eyes and all of the noises and the mouth. Yeah, and it's essentially a large puppet that you're completely responsible for. Well, what we started out doing is originally we started watching the original BBC show, and we also watched a lot of Discovery Channel, Animal Planet programs. And you really do have to sort of interpret how your physical movements would translate in the suit and make it look like a living creature. So you have to think about what sort of emotions the creature would have and how your physical movements express those emotions.
Because the dinosaurs are life-size, the spectacle can only be captured in an arena-sized venue that is suited to its epic proportions. Told in a narrative style that is both entertaining and informative, the story takes the audience on a whirlwind journey that spans the age of the dinosaurs. Ironically, one of the show's most tender and intimate moments features its largest performers.
My favourite scene in the show is the end of Act 1, where we have 2 brachiosaurs on stage, and we have a mother nurturing a younger one, and the mother leans over the younger one, and the younger one nuzzles up underneath it, and that for me is a moment of magic. It's where the puppetry, where the music, the score, the storytelling, and the science all come together to make that absolute magical moment.
So I saw the show from above, but not too high up. After we started previews and started inviting the audience, I had to move out of those seats, and I moved up to the top of the arena. And the seat from there was even better, because you could see down on the entire space, see all the dinosaurs from above. So I found that from anywhere in the arena, the show is a great view. It's a great seat. So leading up to having an audience, we had no idea what would happen. And when the first audience came, they went nuts. They applauded when the dinosaurs came in, they applauded when they left, they roared, they screamed, and they laughed. And it was just been overwhelming.
Wow, we have been to about 125 different cities. It's been over 3 years now. I think we played to over 5 million people in that period of time. And we have covered the United States backwards from one end to the other twice now. We're actually on our second leg with a lot of these cities. It's a return engagement, and we've hit just all of Canada, Mexico, and we recently also made a trip to Alaska. We have brought a unique type of theatrical event to people that has never been done before. Somebody's tapped into a type of technology and created these life-size puppets that actually look like the real thing, and nobody's done that before. So I think it was a very rewarding feeling for me to be working on this show. We're all very proud of the project. We take a lot of pride and ownership on it, and I know we have delivered a first-class production here.
Do you see why I think this is such a glorious period in our Earth's history? Our journey is far from over. And yet, the age of dinosaurs has reached a peak. Life on Earth will never again be this big.
When we return, we'll explore the much smaller scale of the spider's domain when we enter the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County's Spider Pavilion. Find out why nature's architects have been so successful for millions of years when Out and About continues.